Hey there, welcome in. We are going to take a look at the energy of the upcoming week, advice and guidance for this upcoming week, which is July 21st through the 28th, 2024. So, welcome in, everyone. This is just going to be a collective read, all signs for the upcoming week, advice and guidance. What do we need to know? Uh, Thanks for being here. I can tell you it does feel like next week, definitely use your discernment. It feels like a week where it's just things don't feel very clear. It feels Everything feels kind of hazy, a little scattered, somewhat. There's just not a direct, clear path. It doesn't feel like. But let's pull some cards, see what we get. And thanks for being here. So let's go ahead and let's do three. What the heck? Let's pull three oracle cards, advice and guidance on the upcoming week. What do we need to know? This will be all signs. So thanks so much for being here. So we have clouds, shape shifting. It's interesting because that's kind of like a little bit of the energy I feel. Like one minute you think it's this, next minute you look at a situation and you're seeing it from a completely different way. It feels like there isn't, like I said, it doesn't feel like there's a real direct energy running through next week. I don't know exactly what that is. Well, let's go ahead and let's just do three clarifiers for each card. 3 or 4. We'll see how we go here. Thanks so much for being here. So a collective read for those watching this YouTube channel. Thanks for being here. I'm Heather. Welcome in. All right, what do we need to know about this shape-shifting energy, which can be really fun? I like shape-shifting energy. It keeps things interesting. So maybe that's the positive here. It'll be an interesting week. Whew. We'll take that one. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, these just fill out, so I guess we'll take these. Let's see what we got here. So we've got the Ace of Cups in reverse. I'm going to again say use discernment. We have the Two of Wands. Oh, we got the King of Pentacles popping up here. And Judgment in reverse. Interesting. So shape-shifting energy. It feels like next week, if you allow the energy to do this, if you allow it to, it feels like it could be a very draining week, is what I'm really feeling here. With this Two of Wands, again, this is that wanting to have direction, clarity, a clear path ahead, an idea of what we're doing. It just feels like it's kind of hard to, what's the word I'm looking for? It's really hard to get a hold of anything. Like it's just really hard to pin something down, to get the momentum going. It feels very ungrounded energy, even though we have the King of Pentacles here stepping in. I feel like these two cards are representing the shape-shifting energy, which, like I said, it feels very ungrounded. It feels like you don't really know what direction things are going in, and that can be really draining, especially if you are trying to really control the situation next week or control really anything next week. I really feel like I would say just kind of move slowly and go with the flow. I like that we have the King of Pentacles here. I'm hearing stay in your lane, stay focused on what is a priority to you, what's important to you. Maybe, make a to-do list of the most important things that you need to get done or you want to accomplish this week and stay really focused on that. We have Judgment in reverse. I feel like the best path forward is to not really have any expectations of this week, or any, if you have plans. Well, I personally believe it's always good to not have expectations, because I feel like you ruin things when you have expectations. You're oftentimes just really disappointed. So this could be, disappointment, worry, things not working out the way that you had hoped that they would work out, doubting yourself. And I feel like the doubt that might come in this week is just because the energy is constantly, it's a shape-shifting energy. It's hard to get a hold of, get a hold on what's going on. I also feel like people in general are going to be kind of wishy-washy. Maybe you have, you've made plans, and then the plans are canceled, and then they're back on again. It just kind of feels like everyone's a little unsure of what they're doing. And, that's okay. Don't have expectations. I would say stay in your lane, stay focused on what's important to you and what you need to get done. And wherever everything else falls is where it falls. Let's see what else. Ooh, see, I like this. Waterfall, effortless, go with the flow. Don't try to control or force anything. I think that's when you're really going to be disappointed. So let's go ahead and pull 4 cards, since we pulled 4 cards for the shape-shifting, the cloud card. I think it could be a fun energy to what's the word I'm looking for? I mean, yeah, like daydreaming, dreaming things in, but let's see what else is coming in here. There's a word I'm looking for, and then I heard a crashing sound downstairs, and it distracted me. So hopefully that was nothing breaking. I'm trying to think what cats are in here. I think they all are in here. Okay. So maybe there could be some unexpected crashes next week. I don't know. What else do we need to know about waterfall, effortless, going with the flow? We got the Knight of Swords, 10 of Wands, the Tower in reverse, and the Page of Pentacles. I feel like, as always, the collective energy is just crazy and maddening. If you cocoon your energy a little bit, cocoon yourself. As a personal rule for myself, and I've done this for like a long time, I just don't watch the news. I feel like if there's something I need to know, it will be brought to my attention by somebody, or So 10 of Wands, feeling kind of tired. I feel that with this Ace of Cups, like it's an energy drain. But I feel like this Ace of Cups is more outside influences that are draining your energy, and I'm feeling that with the 10 of Wands. Like this week, yeah, it just feels like an energy drain. It just feels kind of, if you're not mindful with your energy, I feel like you could really feel very drained. And on weeks like that, or even days like that, when I'm feeling that way, I prioritize things in a way that, like, what is going to use the least amount of energy, and that can even be brain power. What are the things that are the easiest to get done and get off my plate? That's kind of how I organize things when I'm feeling overwhelmed or really tired. I also, if I can, I will avoid hanging out with people that I know are going to drain my energy. Then we have the Knight of Swords. Honestly, this feels like needing to just escape, take a break, do something for yourself, recharge, getting out of all of it, finding your own flow. But this really does feel like, especially with this bird, that's freedom, flying away, taking a break, time out, clearing your mind, giving yourself space to think, and really, yeah, just really clear your mind. I love these two cards together. That kind of does feel like the clearing your mind and daydreaming. Um, Dreaming up how you would like your life to look, or daydreaming about your next adventure, or something that will really lift your spirits and help you feel, that will just lift you up. Sometimes daydreaming is really great for that. So we have the Tower in reverse, and I feel like this is more like the world. I don't necessarily feel like this is I don't necessarily feel like this is us, the collective here. I feel like this is more, the outside world, and allowing outside influences to cause you to feel trapped or scared or unable to move forward, or just feeling really confused. It's heavy, dense energy, but I feel like this is outside of us. This is the outside world. So again, just staying focused on what's important in your life, what's important in your world, in your family, and not getting too bogged down by all of the other noise and distractions that are out there. Page of Pentacles, what are you working on this week? What do you want to make progress on this week? What is something that has you really excited? Is it something you're looking forward to doing? Is it something you're looking forward to learning more about? What are you curious about this week? I feel like that will really help to keep us focused on helpful, healthy things, rather than get like sucked into the void of distraction and everything else. So what are you excited about? How can you nourish yourself? How can you not like distract the mind, but how can you strengthen your energy, strengthen your body, give yourself a healthy outlet, a way to help your mind settle if you're feeling a little distracted or unclear in the mind? What can you do to help just keep yourself grounded and centered, but also curious and excited? What else do we have? Ancestors, generations. Interesting card to get. This could be spending time with family, taking time out for important things, spending time with your family, maybe calling on your ancestors for support in this upcoming week if you're going through something somewhat challenging. The King of Pentacles and this Ancestors Generation card really are standing out to me. So maybe it's a week of learning more about your ancestors, doing some genealogy, asking, the elders in your family about their childhood, or, just getting in touch with who you are, where do you come from, getting to the roots of your family. I'm really feeling those two connected. So that could be a really fun activity too. Let's see, what deck was I using this one? What do we need to know about ancestors? That could also give you a very different perspective on things too, because what we consider burdensome probably is nothing compared to what they considered burdensome. Really noticing taking like a pilgrimage here, moving on, moving away. All right, what else do we need to know about ancestors? And the snake in here, I do definitely feel like, things are always constantly transforming, shifting, changing, just kind of like the shape shifting here. But it does feel like there is a transition coming through this week. A changing of the guard of some kind. Seven of Cups. Ten of Cups. Oh, I love that with ancestors. How fun. Nine of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles. So Seven of Cups, this is definitely just kind of falling in line with what it's that kind of confusion. Like you have a plan, you know what direction you want to go, but then you get distracted. Then you kind of get pulled off. You get pulled off your path. This probably wouldn't be a great week to like start a diet or start something new. I feel like energy wise, it might just be really hard to have the willpower to be successful. Don't beat yourself up. Look, we've got another snake standing out that's standing out to me. So this could be learning. If you decide to delve into your ancestry, you could learn something about yourself that dramatically changes the way you view your family or you view your past experiences, especially going back into childhood. It could give you a different perspective on your parents and siblings, and maybe some ideas on how to move forward in a different way. I do feel like there could be a lot of really deep healing this week, which is really interesting. We have the Ten of Cups. It feels like the best way to make the best use of the energy this week is spending quality time with people that you love, people that you trust, people that are inspiring, situations that are inspiring. It doesn't necessarily have to be people, but what brings you a lot of happiness, joy, and comfort. Like healthy comfort, not like necessarily, eating a bunch of junk food comfort. What is nourishing to your soul, and who are those people and activities that really nourish your soul? Slide these up a little bit. We have the Nine of Pentacles. Interesting, underneath the King of Pentacles and the Tower. Again, this is kind of taking me back to the, what seeds are you sowing? What are you harvesting? What is taking shape? What is taking form in your life right now? And is that the direction that you want to go in? It feels like kind of a reflective week, especially with the Tower and the King of Pentacles. And I think the first harvest, I believe that's August 1st. So kind of a reflective week. We're more than halfway through the year. Where were you hoping to go this year, accomplish this year? Where are you at? What direction are you headed in? What is manifesting? What is showing up in your life? What are the patterns that are repeating themselves? And is it helpful? Is it helping you get to where you want to be? And interesting with the Ten of Pentacles in reverse with the Ancestors card. It kind of feels like the energy of not wanting to see what is there, not wanting to get to the root of the situation, not wanting to acknowledge what is really going on. Kind of goes back up into like that shape-shifting energy. It's kind of like the sticking your head in the sand. This is interesting. But I feel like this is also stepping out of tradition, stepping away from maybe living life the way that your family expects you to live it. This could be that daydreaming of living your life in a completely different way, doing things very differently. There's also something here about severing ties with, and I don't think this is for everybody, but there's definitely an energy here of severing ties with family, possibly toxic family, stepping away, needing to be more independent and not reliant on family. And I would say that if you're in a situation like that, learning more about your ancestry might bring a lot of healing towards that situation. Interesting week. Definitely kind of have a mixed bag here. It feels like there's a lot going on, but it does feel like the the underlying energy is a little bit of confusion. It's hard to get a sense of direction. Definite energy drains going on, but you know, you are in control of you are in control of your energy, and your your choices are yours to make. So be very discerning with who you spend time with, who you listen to, who you hang out with. As far as the ancestry and family stuff goes, I'm wishing you well if you're in a tough situation with family, just sending you a lot of blessings. And it's okay to step away from toxic family members. Sometimes that's the best thing you can do for yourself, to untether from that toxicity. You know, sever the ties, pull away, pull back, go your own way for a while, create your own abundance. It does feel like there's a need for being independent and being able to rely on yourself so that you're not at the mercy of the world, or you're not at the mercy of people that are maybe not so good for you. This could even be breaking out of a bad relationship, an unhealthy relationship, and creating your own abundance, creating your independence. Interesting week. All right, you guys. I am offering 35% off. I do discounts twice a year, one in January, one in July. So I'm offering 35% off any sessions with code, I think it's summer24. So I'll put the info below if you'd like to book a reading. That expires, I think, like the first week of July, or the first week of August, excuse me. All right, you guys, blessings on your week. I hope it's fantastic. Take care of yourself, and I will talk to you soon.